to see that. But is it enough against Xtreme?
That is the question. As Xtreme have
they're pretty extreme.
They've been looking pretty good. I guess it becomes a question of I don't know, not what we're gonna see, but if they could put it all together again. They played well at the IWO. They played well enough to be in the Tier 1, Division 1 with Magma, and they've looked good so far, but Magma have too. So Magma, we'll see what they can do and what they're going to pick, and Xtreme, the same questions. We go into the first game's draft. Get it underway. Take a look. You've got the bands of the Tiny. Blue has been liking that. Nyx Assassin, Pango, as well as the IO. That leaves the Queen of Pain open and does get picked up immediately, and then followed by a Death Prophet pick from Xtreme and a Tusk. So that offlane lane is still looking pretty nice.
Yeah. I would be surprised if we don't see Paparazzi on it, though. He's just always... Whenever he's on a DP, he's just absolutely making it look easy. So
5 seconds remaining.
It's probably going to be him on the DP against a Quap matchup. But Dust's Quap, same thing. He went like 18-0, I think, against LGD. Not an easy feat whatsoever.
No, not at all.
And they will accompany it with... What's even in the pool still? Well, Spirit Breaker looks pretty damn good, honestly. The Quap.
You've seen some Spirit Breaker today? Doing all right?
Yeah. Or you just take all your bonus time as always?
Pretty much. Why not?
Who needs bonus time? Give yourself a draft penalty. It's the best, easiest way to practice under the hardest conditions.
I'm still trying to figure out the math on it as well.
Radiant team ban.
DOTA first 2.
Hey,
what the heck?
They banned the Anti-Mage, which they need to. I would assume they need to ban the Phantom Lancer as well.
Yeah. And an Invoker maybe, and a Drow Ranger maybe.
Radiant team ban.
It's a very, very early Medusa pick.
Need to ban quite a bit.
I like it though. I think it throws a lot of problems at Xtreme's face. They're like, here, deal with the Quap. Like, all right. And like, now deal with Medusa. Okay. What else likes to burn a lot of mana?
You don't ban the PL. I guess Naga Siren, right?
Naga, yeah. Diffusal Ursa can be pretty good.
5 seconds remaining.
Or you go into the OD and you just keep astraling him until he has 0 mana.
Radiant team ban.
Shadow Demon ban.
Yeah, they're banning saving supports. Mm.
10 seconds remaining.
What's the weakness of... Honestly, Quap and Medusa, they
5 seconds remaining.
complete each other pretty nicely. Like one moves around a lot, has a ton of burst damage. It's getting to the late game anyway. And Medusa's teamfight prowess plus Quap. It's not easy at all to combat.
Right.
So, for Xtreme Gaming, they do end up running in the Ursa. They have the PL option if they want it. They don't need to pick it right away though.
5 seconds.
Because they wait for the 4th pick or even the last pick if they really want to. What would be a good support against that Medusa? I wouldn't mind a Disruptor, to be honest. I feel like Disruptor complements DP and Tusk very nicely. It's good against the Quap. And Medusa with Stone Gaze likes to run away a lot. Can glimpse her back in.
They thought about the Ursa with the Diffusal. They ended up banning that out.
Yeah, it's one of the better Medusa answers. like super late game, Ursa gets destroyed by DOTA, but you have this like very specific timing where if you just keep running into DOTA, kill it 2-3 times, suddenly it doesn't look so good for her.
A lot of time being used here. Yeah. They're trying to figure out what they want to ban out too, right? Because I would almost say they're forced to pick up their one position in this phase, potentially showing it on the second of these 2 picks that they're going to have in this phase, right?
Dire team pick.
Yeah, probably. So, Disruptor, I think, as I said, looks really, really good. What else does? Bane is a good option too against the Quap and Medusa.
Is it though? Because Quap gets that shard pretty early.
Yeah, but if you ever get the grip on her, or the Medusa, you get the mana drain on that as well.
Radiant team pick.
Chen.
Alright, so it's Death Ball time with the DP Chen lineup. Well, then the carry, it could still be a PL. We have to see what Magma picks. But Terrorblade is pretty attractive in the push draft too, as is a Drow Ranger.
5 seconds remaining.
They could even go to the offlane Venge as well, if they wanted to.
Right.
Now Magma is like, oh no. We gotta...
Radiant team pick.
Rubik maybe?
Mirana.
Just to follow the channel around.
Do they go to the Bane? No, they go to Hero.
Yeah, good anti-push hero.
They've also left the TA open, so that keeps that off the board.
Yeah, and Mirana is going to follow the channel around, try to deal with him. But it's not that easy, honestly. If he goes into the early penitence, you can't really outtrade him.
5 seconds remaining.
Now, do they want to go into the PL or some faster-paced option?
Right. I feel like you might be looking to have the Mirana just to counter the Chen and just arrow his creeps, right?
Yeah, that's the idea.
Terrible.
So they do go for the Terrorblade that we spoke about to up the pace.
We've seen the TBs be pretty strong, go to the Metamorphosis and just output a lot of damage.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense with a push draft like this. And now also, you probably want to ban out the offlane Venge. Goes very well with Terrorblade.
Dire team ban.
Wait, they think it's an offlane DP actually. They're banning on mid here. Well, it's very flexible, so it could be.
Yeah, we've seen Paparazzi on it a couple times. Old 11. Nah, well, I guess not. I want to see him play Brute at some point, but not in this game.
Honestly, it's time for just a Huskar, man.
10 seconds remaining.
We haven't seen Huskar at all.
5 seconds.
I wonder if it's just being heavily underrated.
He has magic rest back on his Berserker's blood. Pretty neat. Well, they have to show everything first on Magma, so Xtreme can adjust accordingly.
Right.
But yeah, stunts. Magma also saw that, obviously. Are very limited on Xtreme. They have one Snowball, one Tusk Punch. Like, TPing out in front of Xtreme Gaming is going to be pretty easy this game. For now, at least. Honestly, offlane partner looks insane too. I keep saying it, we never see it. Maybe with this draft we'll see it.
We just haven't seen it yet, and it's always interesting to see what we can get out of it, potentially to get something a little bit new.
The Bandit Puck and then the Darks here, so they're not quite sure either. Yeah, Spirit Breaker.
There's more options to Xtreme.
So, a hero can pressure Terrorblade well and goes well with the draft. Honestly, I wouldn't mind the OD again, probably. Like having just a little bit of save against the single stun is so strong. They could just go into the Kunkka as well. Like offlane Kunkka, I think is quite strong for Magma.
They really need to get stuns here for Xtreme, and they only have one hero pick left. Like their lockdown is not good. But both teams actually lack significant lockdown.
Yeah, I think Kunkka is actually really strong for both teams. Centaur. Okay.
Not guaranteed, but still
not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what options do they have then? Kunkka is very good, I think. Dragon Knight could fit the draft very well as well. Would give him a stun too.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah. I think those two are the most attractive options, probably. Or Venge. Venge is good too. Venge Tusk is a strong lane. Accompanies TB and
Invoker.
Okay. Yeah.
So
they go back for
Paparazzi
the Medusa
Invoker.
counter. Yeah. Medusa counter. Lanes very well into Quap. And they just put the DP off lane. Medusa, though, is very strong against DP in lane. So they wanted to avoid that. Figured, though, that Invoker is the best pick. So I'm going to put them in that matchup anyways. It's not terrible. It's like a 5-5, but you really want to pressure usually with DP Tusk. Paparazzi Invoker. Can't say I've seen that before.
Last time he played it was in the lower division 3 months ago, and it got a victory. It went 8-2 and 18 3 months ago. But can you tell me when they last played it before that? When he last played it before that?
Probably 2018.
Yeah, actually. 2018. October 28th, 2018 against Team Secret. And that was at ESL1 Hamburg in 2018.
Hamburg?
Yeah.
And
Crazy.
they won?
No, they actually lost against Secret. He still went 11-7-7, but they ended up losing that. He won the last two against Mineski, and then he had played a team called Team Wau, which they played in the WESG Asia qualifiers. He went 11-2-15, but that was October 1st. So
okay. I mean, I'm sure he's a good Invoker player. Anyways, it shouldn't be a big problem. It's a very good Invoker game, so he's gonna have a lot of fun this game as well. No real direct stunts to speak of at all. Like his cold snap could literally just ruin Centaur for the entire game, and they just have no lockdown at all on the Magma side. A little bit scary, honestly.
Yeah, it could be a bit of trouble. We'll have to see. We're going to get into game number 1 right away and see where these two teams stand. Because Magma, never want to discredit them. They've done a lot so far, and we'll have to see if they can continue this this bit of a run, I would say. I can make a run, and Magma is saying the same. Or at least trying to.
Or they might just go 0-4 now. And we're like,
Certainly possible. I would still give a little bit of a favor over to Xtreme Gaming.
Yeah, me too. I don't know how much though. Like, as I said, Xtreme is pretty foreign to me, and this new Magma isn't.
30 seconds to
I'm not too familiar with them either. But both teams look very solid. And both drafts look pretty competitive as well. But this Invoker last pick definitely put me in favor of Xtreme Gaming a little bit. And we usually see Quap dominate lanes, but against Quaswex Invoker, it's like literally not possible. Unless you outplay out of your mind. Which against Paparazzi is going to be very hard.
The battle begins.
Doesn't look like there's any contesting on any of this. TZY on a Centaur. We've seen him on some different offlaners. He's always the standout here for me, for Magma.
Really?
For me, at least.
I feel like Dust has been owning super hard lately.
Dust has been owning super hard lately. I think the thing was that, at least for me, when I first started watching him on Ocean, he was really a standout star for me.
Yeah. Looking forward to see what he can do here again. They really prioritize his quap. Like, they first picked it twice already. So, obviously putting a lot of stock into that.
I still want one of those Magma sweaters. Remember what they were wearing in the season last year? Those long, like, orange sweaters?
You just want a sweater from every team.
Obviously. I mean, that's the dream. Boy can dream, can he? Paparazzi actually taking a lot of damage, but he's got a fair fire.
But Paparazzi has 0 CS so far. He's got his first one.
Now he's got 2. Cold Snap, Dust. Dealing with that. Uphill, not missing. And he'll have to eat a tango. Got the bottle finally coming out, though. Is he going? Yeah. Is he getting this bottle as well on the Invoker? No, he's going Null Talisman. So he's going double Null.
Yeah. Invoker's like the only material you don't go bottle on. Maybe OD. Yeah. Mid lane should stabilize soon, and Paparazzi should be more than fine in there. How the side lane's looking, though?
He said he got his first CS, and now he's up ahead of the Queen of Pain.
Only 4 CS on the TB. He's getting pressured a lot.
And Medusa, more of an open lane, at least for the moment. Blue, it's again wondering about his experience, wondering what he's going to be able to do here, especially going into the second tour of the Chinese region. So, you know, the things I do worry about do stem from Lu. And for Magma too, like these are 2 teams that I think there were a lot of question marks from, as you know, in the Huya event that was after the Division 2 season wrapped up, Magma went 3 and like 8 in that event. Or 3 and 7, I guess would make sense.
When was that?
It was a Chinese Southeast Asia event that happened after the Division 2.
When was that?
That was about 2 months ago.
Yeah, it's a long time since then. And recent form is like the most, like the best indicator we can look at, right? They're doing really well. So.
We agree
but
there.
Yeah, Lu definitely kind of like in God King territory for me. Like, he has been playing well, but he also had games where he played really bad.
Yes.
So we had some...
First blood, TZY. And DY getting caught out. Paparazzi going down solo to Dust.
Well, we just spoke about it, how Dust Quap always wins the lane and snowballs hard into the game. Happening again. He didn't fairy fire on Invoker, so it must have been like some surprise burst that he didn't expect.
And that's the thing that gets you when Xtreme maybe find themselves a bit overconfident. Paparazzi might feel like he has to lead this team and make some forward moves that he may not be too comfortable making. Meanwhile, the Mirana sacking himself to Mercy sacking himself to the tier 2 tower, so he's just gonna go refill the bottle of this Queen of Pain. So Dust will get that refilled. Meanwhile, bottom Tusk tank going in for a second. This lane combo was strong for a while.
Yeah, I mean, it is still strong, but now you can see why I said Medusa is really comfortable in this lane, right? It's just so hard to approach her. You just get a Mystic Snake plus a dual breath, and suddenly you just took like 400 damage in your face. Centaur finishes Vanguard already. All the lanes are going very well for MAGMA. You can see that the net worth already 1k up.
DY getting tipped again.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I don't really know where the openings are going to come from. Lu already getting aggroed on. They are looking like they're going to get this kill onto the TB. Mercy gets credit for it. DY tries to step up and help.
There's level 2 arrow still.
And they've got the arrow, but it misses. So DY stays alive.
Tip back, tip back. That arrow was a for sure hit.
Should have been.
Like, if he doesn't tip back now, he's weak. Ah, that's weak, DY.
Dire's top tower is under
You can't
attack.
be dismannered, you know? If you get BM'd, you're gonna BM back.
Nah, you keep the BM non-tiltable.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, so all 3 lanes actually losing right now.
Dire's top tower
Never a good
is under
sign.
attack.
Yeah, it's certainly not a good sign. You want this TB to do something early on, and you said you wanted to put the pressure on with this lineup, but, well, TB's forced to be jungling.
I didn't think the lane was going to be this hard, honestly. But yeah, you said TZY, very strong player. You can see here why.
As in some trouble.
Another bottle refill for Dust. They're really playing so well around them. Where's Invoker? He's making his way bottom.
Dire's
No
top
boots
tower
though.
is under
Looking
attack.
for his first earn charge. Like, if they don't get kills down here, he walked
feels
here
really
all
bad.
the way without boots.
Yeah. They need them to step up, try and make something happen, and he goes to the Tornado EMP to start, but already hit with a dual breath.
Is under
Mystic Snake comes out, Dust is already making the rotation. They look like they're just gonna get the kill on a paparazzi.
Oh, is it not? No reveal.
Oh, they didn't reveal him. He's got the Ghost Walk. He'll end up surviving. They use the Sonic Wave. They also got Mercy down here. Arrow?
What arrow?
Oh, got him. Sniped by Mercy and tipped immediately. Magma putting their
he's all chat
in
too.
all chat, putting their foot on the throat of Xtreme Gaming. Oh
Alright,
man.
Mercy, you gotta relax a bit, man. What is the shy Rave King face?
Yeah.
That must be tilting one to look at.
Did I just kill my idol with an arrow while he was invis?
Yeah, I mean, that rotation from Paparazzi, man, it was so forced. No boots. They were so ready for it as well. Dust over 1 level ahead. Where's TB? Still jungling.
No surprise. It's gonna be a while.
He's actually doing pretty well for himself, little TB. Such a fast jungler.
They need to bring back straight jungling.
Paparazzi again.
Yeah,
Got a
in some
sentry ward
trouble.
down
They've
this
got the
time.
sentry ward down. DY trying to help out and push them back. Looks over at Mercy as well as Dust. Dust, all right, under the tower. Now hit with the cold snap. He's taking some damage, but forced to blink to the other side of the river.
Mercy, can you please buy a Dust or something? You are not a carry.
Boots. Do Wraith fans going to Fusel after the treads?
There's a Dust on the courier now, though, finally.
We haven't really
Maybe
felt
too many
much
shy
pressure from the
faces.
Tusk either. Too shy to buy Dust? At least
Yeah.
he's not shy locked.
Yeah, that was a chapter
With
we don't
Magma
talk about anymore.
that they have looked to improve on. They're gonna go after TZY. Spirit Siphon comes out, but Old 11 gives up very quickly.
Quap Wave is back
Dire's
up
top
again.
tower is under
Might be looking
attack.
for a rotation to the top, potentially.
The prize is mine.
No charges on this urn. Just does not feel good. Mercy fighting DY. Lou comes over and leap onto the low ground, but ooh, tornado lands, so that'll get the kill. It was just on the edge. Ends up being a 1-for-1 so far. They'll use the Stampede to get away. Snowball is going to catch up with Cold Snap. It will. Shards are there for a block for a second. They'll get the kill on a Kaz. Old 11 getting credit for that one. It does force a lot from Xtreme to come over and get these kills. All the while, the just Orman bottom has that Yasha.
Yeah,
Hey.
TB's gonna say hello. Paying a little bit of a visit.
Hello. It's me.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
We're there for each other.
They're trying to be there for each other. Meanwhile, mid, you've got a skirmish happening once again. And Paparazzi's just getting no room to really breathe. He's still, though, despite the fact that he had that move over bottom and everything that he went through, ahead of the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, last game is surprisingly slow, considering that he won the lane. Yeah, I mean, at least the
Dire's
Medusa
middle
is
tower is
super
under
rich, right?
attack.
That's really your objective, and you kind of achieved that, so... You're still definitely happy with the game situation. Centaur as well.
BKB from
Look for
11.
Centaur.
And they're going to try and get this snowball
He's dead.
over. TZY has been caught. They've got the Walrus Punch. They'll get the knockout out on the TZY. Great shards. Lock up Kaz. That's going to be 2. And they're right by the tier 1 tower with Exorcism still having about half the duration ready to go. So Old 11 will stand his ground, go for this, and they'll glyph it up. They'll do some damage here. They'll bring over an arrow to try and get the catapult, but that gets blocked. See if they finish it off. Mercy, yeah, nothing you can do.
Yeah, and game pretty much equalized again.
And that is the stabilization that they need.
Yeah, for sure. But also what we kind of expect from Xtreme, you know, to be able to come back from situations that look a little bit rough. Yeah, Dust is still struggling to really find a foothold in this game. His score wouldn't even imply that. It's just his net worth is really low.
Yeah, surprisingly, his net worth is finding itself to be really low.
Like way too low, no? Oh, he blinked in.
Tornado.
Didn't get the haste rune.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Tank thinking about
nothing to
moving
speak of.
forward.
Yeah, Lu probably wants to look for the tower bottom with the Metamorphosis. Chen also to ping there. Has the Hand of God ready.
Radiant's bottom
Or
tower is under attack.
healed.
It's a big smoke down though. Centaur won't be part of it.
He's not going to be part of it because he was pushed off with the Spirit Siphon. They've got 3 heroes. The Sonic Wave comes in. They get themselves the Hand of God. DY trying to survive this one. They've got the Starstorm down. Snowball going to the other side with the Walrus Punch. The shards actually block him in. TCY does make his rotation through. They have the pig-pulled Tusk trying to run. That's going to be 2 kills here. Paparazzi and Old 11 come over. Dusa, no mana, no health. With the Meteor down, it's the Meteor that gets the kill. Ice Path in, Sunder out. They get the kill on Paparazzi. They take out the Invoker. Lu doing a lot of damage here. He's already used the Sunder, though. They finish off Mercy. Old 11 with the Spirit Siphon, trying to survive with the Shadow Strike and the Scream. Old 11's eventually going to fall. But
Lu's not TPing out.
now
What?
the
You're a
only one
maniac.
is not TPing out. They've got themselves a host stomp. They have the Scream. It's an ultra kill here for Dust. And they cleaned up everybody. That was a full
Lu
team
needs to
fight
get
for
out of
Magma.
here all the time in the world. But yeah, massive team fight from Magma. The Xtreme was not ready. They were not prepared for 5 people down there so fast. Very quick smoke rotation from Magma. And it's something you usually only see pretty much exclusively from like top tier 1 teams. The progress they've made is really quite something, to be honest.
Dire's
It's
middle
Sure, maybe they'll
really been
lose.
impressive.
But yeah, the
you
moves they're
say that.
making, very good.
3K lead now.
Let's stack the engines one more time. It's gonna be a big one,
For the hunt.
very big one.
Yeah, we've
And
seen
Dusa's
the
already
Ancients be
so far
very-
ahead.
They haven't had to
Dire's
really
middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
react too much on Xtreme. They're the ones
Radiant's
putting the
bottom
pressure on,
tower
right?
is under attack. Dire's middle
Yeah,
tower
they really want
is
to pressure
under
this
attack.
Dusa, but haven't really managed to do so just yet.
Radiant's
Manta is already done.
They were able to get the kill, though, onto the Medusa, but it wasn't enough to slow down the farm. They've got the shards just pushing Kaz away. Exorcism coming out from
What's it for the bot
11. Yeah. It gets the bot tower, but, like, was he expecting to get something with it over mid?
Nah, probably not. Just get the tower fast, use it on cooldown, or off cooldown rather. Now the question though is, how do you get the mid tier 1 tower, the most important one, and how do you kick the Dusa out of your own jungle?
Right.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Oh, DY losing the mech.
Oh, it's a big one. How long? 2 minutes? Yeah. And now Dust suddenly second in net worth after that ultra kill.
And for him, the dust has settled. And it's towards the top.
Yeah. Sorry, we've had way too many Dust jokes, man. I've like done 10 myself.
They're very easy.
They're very easy.
And they're not jokes aimed at anybody, or people just hearing us say jokes at Dust. It's just jokes about the name. Or more puns about the name.
Yeah, not really jokes.
TZY collecting some of these Chen creeps. Meanwhile, he's finished off getting the Blink Dagger. So he's going to have a fresh Blink. Newly minted.
Blink Dagger, I mean.
Ox fresh. Yeah.
Why is it Dagger, not Dagger?
I don't know.
Because it's G, right?
Yeah.
Not G.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Well, you have
attack.
Gamer.
Yeah, why is it not
Gate.
Jamer?
It's not a J.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, but it's G.
TZY showing off the Blink.
Goodbye,
They've also
paparazzi.
got Dust having the Orchid. Hand of God, silence Orchid burn, and there is the kill. Dust will take out Paparazzi and, well, turn him to dust.
Well, he turned the particles and then went to the atmosphere. But sure, yours works too.
Yeah, dust to dust and ashes to ashes.
Radiant's bottom
Down
tower
goes
is under
and
attack.
lives Paparazzi dead inside the triangle.
All done and dusted.
Yeah, that was my next one. Blue.
Random arrow, random arrow, it's
arrow!
coming! No.
Fake hype. We tried.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I shut it
Dire's
down
middle
instantly.
tower is under
I didn't
attack.
give you a chance.
Yeah, the angle wasn't exactly right. They're still going to get the Blink Dagger here on the Tusk. We've seen that a lot from these Tusks that go to Blink, Walrus Punch, Snowball Shard, get the control. And he's sitting here nearby, but he doesn't have any help. There are 4 heroes here, Tank. I don't know if you really want to go after this or show yourself. Might just die.
There's a Harpy scout creep that is scouting everything with the night vision. That's also just flying. It sees everything.
Old 11, he's got that BKB now.
Yeah, the network is being stabilized, at least. That's important. Not falling further behind than you are.
They haven't really stopped this Medusa other than that one death, and I don't know if Xtreme Gaming are going to have what it takes to kill off this Medusa with so much farm. Blue, 3k behind. He's hoping to get the Manta style, but I just don't know if even that's going to be enough. I don't know how much time they're going to need because it's not looking like it's going to get close for a while.
Yeah, it's a little silly that this was a first phase Medusa.
It doesn't get punished even more.
Yeah. The Invoker last pick against Medusa always sounds so good on paper, right? But you actually gotta make sure that you have a game first. Now he has no game. At least it forces Medusa into an item build she doesn't want to go. It's gonna be the BKB, but instead worth it.
Midas for Paparazzi, who's really trying to stabilize. We have propped him up to say that he's a very good invoker. He's having a little bit of a lackluster game. That being said, Dust is having an amazing one, 6-0-3. The min matchup has
he's out.
favored this Queen of
Radiant's
Pain.
middle tower is under attack.
And they avoid the smoke. So again, Medusa just getting space. Dust going for the BKB. And TZY, he's already...
Dire's bottom tower
I feel like
is under
Centaur's
attack.
full build is basically just Vanguard Blink. And everything else is just a perk.
He's doing Roshan. That's a very fast one, and you're too slow, I think, Magma. You might
They're
arrive
gonna
just
try
at
and
the
come
tail end.
over. Moonlight Shadow trying to make play into the pit. Got Sonic Wave pushing Lou out of the pit. Roche is all by itself. The Aegis on the
do
ground,
something.
and it's snatched up by the Medusa. Oh dear. It all falls apart for Xtreme Gaming. Dust, a great Sonic Wave that pushes Lou out of the pit. They've got the Walrus Punch onto the Medusa. Medusa out of mana, but
Getting
the damage
frozen.
is still coming in. Lou is
Gets
frozen
under.
into the ice path. They get the kill on a 3. They only lose Mercy, but it is perfect from Magma. They are just burning them out. And when Magma starts to flow, it becomes pretty much an unstoppable force. And it rips through Xtreme Gaming. We take a look at this. Again, the Sonic Wave pushes Lou out of the pit, throws the Tusk out of the pit, and Medusa just walks on in with the Stone Gaze going and snatches up that Aegis. Perfect play from Magma.
Yeah, plus the Skadi also making sure that DP can't really heal with the Spirit Siphons. And that was the BKB timing of the Death Prophet. That was... They needed to win this fight. They didn't, so now it's time to sit back a little bit, try to just farm up, and
Dire
you gotta
are
wait for some
scanning.
mistakes from Magma now. Maybe some good smoke gangs can bring you back into the game, but this is looking not very good right now.
I don't know what you do this Medusa, but he is having a stellar game.
Yeah, now he has that Aegis 2, of course, he just stole. Because why not?
This is, I don't know what you do. Xtreme, they're just down by so much. You've gone to the Midas on Paparazzi, but now he's going into the BKB. We've seen the damage that comes out from the Medusa, has the second life, and you could just be willing to throw the Aegis as a backup point where you just use it to farm.
Yeah, I think they do want to pressure the top tower with it though, eventually. Maybe when it's like half duration or a little less. Quap also now just got into a BKB, so she got a whole lot stronger as well. And they're smoked up already. Towards the top.
Shadows take us.
They're looking at the
Moonlight
real
Shadow,
TP.
and they found him, and its diffusal slows them up. That means they have the opportunity to get the blink as well as the stun. They've got the hook stun.
Yes, Thunder though.
And the arrow. He does have the Sunder. They're going to use the snowball. Lu, though, just backing out of the fight. Doesn't have meta for 2 more seconds.
I gotta be so careful when you can't burst the Terror Blade. One Thunder can turn the whole team for the round. Medusa's just going back top, start hitting the tower. And
Dire's
maybe they can
top
trade for the
is under
bottom.
attack.
You're gonna try to commit
Radiant's
Exorcism?
bottom is under
Yep.
attack.
He is.
Dire's structures are fortified.
You don't want to give this up if you're Magma though. So Miran already TP'd, gets the arrow. Nope, misses.
But he's got the diffusal. Like, Old 11 needs to be very careful. Throws the silence out, but the TPs are coming in. TZY, he'll be ready to get the blink. But he goes after Tusk. Goes a completely different direction. I thought they were going to go after Old 11. Instead, they used the Stone Gaze, push them off the tower, but it's already gone. And that's maybe the little hint of inexperience coming out from Magma in a situation like that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Potentially. At least they still got the top tower as well. You never want to be trading though if you're leading by this much. So well played by Xtreme. Aegis is 90 seconds left. And they're probably gonna be looking at the mid tower with that one.
TZY
Dire's
aware
middle tower is under
that the
attack.
Tusk was close, but not much you could do about it. Blue's still trying to farm. He's got that first ulti orb, and he is just 20-50 away from picking up the Scotty in full. Might give them an opportunity to fight, but I don't know how long they're going to have to get that fight on, as here comes Baid
they're going
to
high ground,
push
actually.
the high ground. They've got the diffusal once again. The blink looking for the hoof stomp. The BKB's been popped by Old 11. They've got the Walrus Punch on a TZY. The Ice Path comes out, and now you've got Tank, who's trying to use that pig pole to survive, and it is enough to keep him alive. TZY, though, gets forced away from the high ground push, and Magma don't really get much out of that.
Is under attack.
Yeah, well delayed.
Are scanning.
Goodbye Aegis.
The price
And now it's gonna be a little harder for Magma to just bulldoze their way into these kind of fights. They're looking for the Terror Blade again. But I think Blue saw it, feels it. Not tipping out just yet though.
Aegis expires. Going Daedalus next on the Medusa.
He's looking for the TB, he found the TB, he has no BKB on the TB.
And there's the diffusal. Meta pop. Mercy might lose his life. Sunstrike not going to be on the mark. Mercy now in the trees, misses the arrow. Lu comes over, and there's the last right click needed to get the kill. But he still needs to run. He does have the mana for a Sunder. Go to the hand of God, trying to keep him alive. They've got a lot of heroes coming over, and they have nobody rotating here for the side of Xtreme. They've already committed to the fact that he's probably going to die, and that's probably because they're going after Dust. Dust is taking the occupation of the rest of the team. They get the kill there onto the Terror Blade. They also finish off the Chen, and Dust now trying to leave, and does so with the BKB TP out. So that's really well done by Dust to take their attention and make it so they really can't TP in. Not that they have a spot to go to, because it would have had to be to the tier 3 up towards the top lane anyway.
Yeah. Well, Mercy at least was taken down by TB. This is another reason why I should turn off auto attack. Because if he didn't have auto attack on, he would have lived there. Dust didn't die a single time again. Maybe it's time to ban a quap from him.
Yeah, this is what, the 3rd or 4th time in a row he's had this Queen of Pain?
Yeah. I think in one of the games he actually had a death now. So, how dare he?
Now, right now, taking a look at his stats from the previous games, he's gone Quap, Death Prophet, Quap. 14-1-25 in the first game, 18-0-6, and then 12-2-13, and right now 8-0-6. I mean, this guy is getting Queen of Pain first pick for him every single time and destroying with it. The fact that nobody's banning it and respect banning it, considering the fact that it is a first phase ban even outside of this matchup, is a little surprising.
It really shouldn't happen though. Like, you should not be able to get a first pick quap and dominate like this. I don't know how he does it every time against really strong teams too.
Luton trying to farm as much as he can, trying to find something. Meanwhile, Sunstrike, and they get a kill onto Mercy. They had the help of the Ancient Black Dragon, threw down a Fireball, Walrus Punch, Shard, Snowball, all there with the Sunstrike, gets the kill out onto the Mirana.
I don't know if I like this item build of the Mirana, to be honest. He's going to like a semi-carry sort of thing. He could have just gone for auras, like Greaves, and maybe like Lotus Orb or something like that. It could be problematic for them if they don't have the support item soon.
Push up in a minute. A fight here, a couple of pickoffs here for Xtreme could give them the opportunity to go into Roche, and I think they understand that timing. That's why they smoked and wanted to make a play. They need to control the outpost. They need to control this area near the Roche pit if they can. So they will group up together. Do they have another smoke available if they want to go again? Yes.
This team fight is going to be very telling. If they can win this team fight without the BKB on the TP, once he has it, they should not be able to lose team fights. But Roche will respawn in 20, and he's way too far away from it.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Yeah, he's not
attack.
going to have it for this next fight, but they are holding the high ground, expecting maybe that there's going to be a smoke play from Magma. It does look like they're setting up for one, and they will. So, 5-man smoke comes out from Magma,
Radiant are scared.
and they will wrap. The illusion is here. It won't get touched. They go into the Moonlight Shadow. They've got the sentry down for the side of Xtreme Gaming. They're going to go move and forward with the stun already hitting on Old 11. They get the Sonic Wave out. They get the kill on the Mercy. They got the BKB pop by TZY. Disarm, though, onto the Queen of Pain. Not throwing out much damage. They get the kill on the tank. They'll take the Tusko buyback. Looking to get this fight underway. Even more for Xtreme Gaming as they go after
Medusa's
this
getting destroyed.
Old 11 ends up dead. He doesn't have buyback. They've got the right click damage coming up from Lou with the Spirit Vessel on him. They'll take out by E. He says bye-bye. They get the kill on Paparazzi. They've taken out the Invoker, but with the BKB on Dustin, it lets him blink away and get out of the hands of Lou. But DZY, oh, the Centaur help comes through. DY helping to get that kill, and Tank will get credit for the kill onto the Centaur. They've got the Snowball to follow it up on a Kaz. Forstaff trying to find himself getting away, but they've got the Pig Pole. Doesn't get ahead of the Ice Path, and now he gets hit with the Liquid Fire as well as the Dual Breath. Tank, Shards on the money. Dust coming in, though, has the Orchid, and it looks like they're going to lose the life of the Tusk.
Hey, TB, you got to be careful,
Arrow
too.
coming through. Woo, he's got Sunder. He throws it off. Mercy now low, but he's got no help. He's all by himself. Wu's gone in a little bit too far. He tries to go to the TP out. The Orchid burn's not going to be enough, and the damage isn't there, but he is forced to TP away. They got way overzealous and almost paid dearly for it.
Yeah, a little bit of a miscalculation from the Jukiro. Didn't have enough mana for the Ice Path, otherwise Lou is also gone. I'm so surprised that they actually won that fight without a Medusa at the tail end there. Very nice. Well, combo really. Was a Centaur Stomp, but the Ice Path from like 3 heroes. Markiplier on top. Ton of magic damage coming out after those BKBs expired.
Little bit of gold
Wait, so Lou actually didn't
taken
go into the
in favor
BKB
of
at all?
Xtreme Gaming. or
He went
out
to
of that
crystals
fight.
instead.
He's gone into the Crystals. He has the BKB queued up, but he still doesn't go for it. A little bit of an advantage in that fight from Xtreme, and it, still though, Magma, well, they should feel comfortable if they're able to get this Aegis. Xtreme wanted to get themselves Roche, but they never got the opportunity to get back into the pit. Now, well, no meta for 30 seconds. No exorcism for 20. They're into Roche. Sunstrike looking for the ward. They go to the Moonlight Shadow once again. Magma looking for their opportunity. We've got some of these ancient creeps up and forward from DY. DY who's got the Ags as well as the Shards, so can control these ancients, can give a Hand of God to get that strong dispel. But there's the Hoof Stomp. Tornado comes in. There's the Sonic Wave. Hand of God comes out early as well as the mech, but it's not going to save the life here of DY. He doesn't have buyback the Snowball. It's going all the way through to the Mirana. It hits. Ice Path comes out. The Blink away. He gets himself some space. Ludo with the Alacrity on
Ludo,
him. He
BKB.
doesn't have the meta, but he doesn't have the BKB. They have the control. They have the silence. They should be able to get the kill here if being just pop meta. They'll get the kill.
Old 11 didn't pop his
over
BKB.
now at Old 11. The Ice Path, he pops his BKB. They've got this Snowball to get a little bit of a save and the kick away, as well as the damage out onto TZY. They finish off the Centaur. The Ice Path doesn't land. Does taking a lot of damage. Inside the Exorcism, they've got the Shard placed perfectly, but they don't get the kill on the Dust.
The vessel's on him. The vessel.
Is it enough? Yes, it is just on the edge. Walrus Punch comes out. They get the kill to Kaz, and now they're going to look over the Medusa. The Snowball lands in Tank. Still ends up dead. Double kill there for Bai. 4 heroes dead on the side of Xtreme Gaming, as well as Magma losing plenty. And it's a close fight. Still neither team able to take Roche.
Look at the quad bounty. 1,100 to Paparazzi and then 500 split amongst another 2 as well. Massive kill bounty. It was so close to it. Was the last charge of the vessel.
It was the last tick. Oh.
Yeah. Still, I don't know why Lou doesn't want to go into his BKB. Force this crystal is really necessary.
He did nothing in that fight, and they still salvaged. Like, that is just as close as it can get, because if they lose that fight after losing Terrorblade, the second he pops meta, he was dying.
Yeah, he needs to get in his BKB, and he is now. But how long is that away? Just about 2,000 gold.
But they're going to go
don't know
Roche,
if they will be able to defend Roche.
Yeah,
But Crop is still dead, though.
Just what do you hide?
14 seconds. They don't have meta for 50, though. How do they even fight this? And it's not like he's got the BKB as well as the Shard to get the Demon Zeal out and output some damage. They'll bring over the illusion. They'll spot that they are here, and they are going to spot that they are in the Roche pit. They'll throw down the Sunstrike. It hits on a Bai. But what can they do about this? Can they make anything happen? They go into the Moonlight Shadow once again. TZY looking for an opening. The Shards, well, that'll stop his Blink Dagger. He's also caught on the high ground. So, well, now Centaur away from the fight, but it looks like they are, in fact, conceding this Aegis over to the Medusa and the Shard that is on the Medusa right now.
I would rather he gives it a Quap, to be honest. He doesn't have
To
the
have that
accent.
silence.
The talent is also gone. But yeah. Chooses to eat it himself.
So now he's got the Cold-Blooded, single target spells, bounce back a Mystic Snake. Doesn't have the Ag, so it doesn't turn them to stone, but it still can hurt. Although the single target spells, there aren't many. Yeah, there aren't many. I thought he got kicked, by the way. The Walrus Punch came out, and it looked like TZY. It might have been with a Deafening Blast. I was like, he doesn't have the Ags, and in that one of those fights, it looked like he got kicked away, but it might have been Force Staff at the same time. Yeah, Jakiro's got the Force Staff.
Invoker is looking for tank. Or rather for mercy.
Ooh, Snowball, Deafening Blast, coming with the Cold Staff. They've got the Spirit Vessel, Sunstrike. He's dead anyway. Paparazzi gets the kill, and now Paparazzi, well, he's got this Hex, so we'll see how much that helps him out. He's almost level 25 as well.
Yeah, Mercy's really playing by himself this game. Maybe feeling himself a little bit too much with those shy Wraith King faces.
Yeah, Diffusal and the Manta.
I really don't understand that. Like, no Lotus Orb, no Greaves. I feel like as though those teamfights would be much more one-sided if they had those items.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Like, this looks like, you know, a tilted matchmaking player that just lost like 5 games. And plays a jungle Mirana.
Mercy's 4, 8, and 13. These deaths have been kind of limiting him.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Blue finally has the BKB. This is a 9-second duration BKB this late into the game. Could be the difference maker. BKB for the Medusa is also 9 seconds. But for the Queen of Pain, it is just 6.
Double damage. For the Quap. Going to the Hex next as well. Have some more ensured lockdown. Tank is getting pretty rich himself.
He's got
But so
the
is DY
halberd.
really.
He's looking for a Solar Crest. He's got that Ags hook we talked about, the Strong Dispel. So here they come
high
up
ground
on the
again?
high ground.
Sure looks like it.
Try once again. Tornado
Enter
EMP.
dodge. Oh.
No. Maybe feeling confident that he's got that Aegis, but there is the Heaven's Halberd coming out from Tank. He blinked into that. That was a little bit risky, and now he gets caught by the Ice Path for a second. 3 meteors come down, not doing a lot of damage. They lose the tier 3. They need to find themselves an opportunity to potentially go in on this, but Aegis still has a minute 35 on it, and they might be willing to concede the set of racks if they can take a fight and win it off this Aegis.
Dire's middle barracks.
Walrus Punch, Exorcism. Now they're going to go in. They've got the Silence. The right-click damage coming out from Bailly with the BKB pop by Lou. They get the first life out of the hands of this Medusa. The Sonic Wave comes through and hits 4. They have no Hand of God. DY without it, as he's already used it just a second ago. They don't catch this Medusa. For the second life, as the Force Staff from Kaz is enough to get the Medusa out safely.
Why do you think they waited until the Rex is down if they wanted to fight anyways?
Yeah, at that point, I think maybe you look for the opportunity to jump in and not lose the racks, but now they're very vulnerable because they didn't get the Medusa a second time, and they're not going to have meta for about 2 minutes. And again, he doesn't have that shard, he doesn't have the Demon Zeal, the extra damage from the TB that we've been seeing in these ultra late game situations. Tank just blinking forward. Paparazzi coming in, they've got the Ice Path down. That's going to stun up Tank for a second. They go to the Stone Gaze, and now... Ooh, silence out on the Tank. Tank trying to
all these
survive.
halberds,
All
though.
he has is Shard. He got the Heaven's Halberd. That will disarm this Medusa. They get the kill there on the Tank. They're going to buy back on Mercy. They got the right clicks coming in. They're going to TP
All the
in
left
over
is getting
to the
shredded.
outpost. Old 11 getting shredded. Old 11 going down. Paparazzi TP's out, but now they've got the hoof stomp on a Lou.
no
Lou
BKB.
doesn't have a BKB for 4 seconds. He has the Sunder, but he won't get it off, and he ends up dead for 83 seconds. He has buyback, but that is costly. And the Courier of Tanks was killed, dropping that gem.
They will have to buy back if they want to defend the throne.
It is going to be the throne. They're without Tank. They've got
No
now
exorcism, no
Refresher.
meta though.
Dire structures.
And no meta for 55 seconds, no exorcism for 48. Just about the entire respawn time on Old 11. So if he holds it, I have it, but I don't know if you really want to fight without the exorcism. They might have to give up the top set of racks, and it pushes them there after the buyback. But after the buyback and after this top set of racks, the question is Magma going to go for the tier 4, or are they going to back up
Dire's
and wait
top barracks
potentially for the next Roche? Tornado Cold Snap. Mystic Snake sent over. Paparazzi still not level 25. He's close to it though.
Yeah, the radial definitely
Ooh,
blast
smoke.
could be
A
pretty
fake
good.
back.
Ah, yeah, they also just picked up the refresher on the Medusa, so double Stone Gaze potentially.
They're gonna go up through the top lane.
Allies disappear.
Oh,
And the Moonlight
Chen is a
Shadow,
good kill.
DY, he has buyback, so if he dies, it's not the worst thing in the world, but there it is. There's the blink as well as the hook stomp. They'll have the kill so quickly, so easily.
Star.
Now, they don't have to force. They can just wait for his buyback and then maybe even just back up. Not a lot of time in the Moonlight Shadow, so they're not shrouded anymore. Meta off cooldown now. Tank really looking for the opportunity to potentially go in with the Walrus Punch, and that's exactly what he's going to do. They'll go for TZY. They've got the Hex coming through. They get the kill on the TZY. He's going to buy back immediately. The Sonic Wave coming through with the BKB pop by Lou. Now they look over the Medusa, who's used that Stone Gaze. Dust hitting away with the BKB. They turn Lou to stone for just a second. They blink out, and they've got old 11 here. There's the refresher. Is the damage going to be enough? They go into the Manta, and now Tank's going to be dead, but he buys back. EY's there too. Ice Path, Macropyre all laid down, as well as the Hoofstomp coming out. Oh no,
Lou's gone
they've
again.
got the stun. Does he have the Sunder? They have the Snowball save. That gives him an opportunity to get the Sunder off. It's out. It's send off the ball back, and he's gonna die. Dead for 2 minutes, but the Ice Path as well as Dust going in and out on Lou. He doesn't have a Sunder again. They're gonna kill out on Lou is Paparazzi. Paparazzi will buy back with a call GG on Xtreme Gaming, and Magma will take game number 1 over Xtreme Gaming in this upper bracket final.
A very intense last fight, but it's just 20
Not
seconds of
enough
Stone Gaze.
resources.
There's no way you can win against 20 seconds of Stone Gaze in a team fight like
Yeah.
that. Well played also by the Jakiro. Hits so many good ice paths.
Yep.
Sure, TZY miscalculated a little bit, but it doesn't matter when you have so much.
Yeah,
Just the
it
same
was.
coming out from Jakiro. The Quap blinking in, silencing everybody. Nice Sonic Waves as well. Magma again impressing.
Yeah. They've been very impressive. They're continuing their win streak. Dust continues a win streak on this Queen of Pain throughout the entire event. You need to stop giving this hero to him. Maybe first phase ban it, because it's turning into that meme. You play against Magma, you think you can beat Queen of Pain, so you don't ban it. They pick Queen of Pain, and you lose. Simple.
And you proceed to not ban it.
And you proceed to not ban it again and again and again. And I think they have to ban it coming into this next game, because Magma looked really good, and they have a 1-0 lead over Xtreme Gaming. Might knock them down to the lower bracket final up against Aster and book their own ticket to the grand final. We'll have to find out what's going to happen in the second game when we come back from a break. See you guys soon. Stick around.
Dire structures are fortified. Attack. Radiant are scanning. under attack.
All right, and welcome back. Game number 2 coming up soon between Magma and Xtreme Gaming. Magma continuing the streak. They have not dropped a game yet, and they have put it on to extreme levels, if you will.